might be a little too close. We're doing some recording, as you can see right here, and we just passed a cop going probably 3 times the speed limit down a mountain. Luckily, mountain roads, they can't turn around. So now we're having our fun getting away. Right now we'd be so dead, like literally instantaneous. So but we're in an e30, which means handling is great. So yeah, go get yourself one of these cars and then drive it slow. That's what we're telling you. Yep.
Our intentions were to switch cars along the trip, and we never talked about it, we never anything. We just kind of looked at each other every time we gassed up.
Josh got in it and wouldn't get out.
And just went back to our respective cars. And I can't say enough about the e30 series. Downshift. Yes! Sorry, I get way too excited around these corners. Oh, just one more. I mean, they're just little troopers. They really are. And BMW, when they came out with these cars, think about it. At the time that BMW was out with these cars, when the E30 series first started, if you had a BMW and you said that at the country club, most people were like, "You drive a what?" Because they weren't known. I mean, in the 80s, if you had Mercedes-Benz, or if you had Cadillac even, or Lincoln, Chrysler, you made it at that point. These days, you say you have a Beamer, and well, that's respectable because we know what a Beamer is. But at this time that this car came out, you had the Audi Fox, the Audi 1000, the little BMW 3 Series. The 5 Series was out at this point, but they were just a German driving car. They weren't meant for the emblem. The prestige wasn't on the hood, as a lot of other cars. And that's, you know, that's why I love the brand. I mean, it's all in the driving. Of course, I have, you know, the Mercedes as well, and on the end of the grille there stands that little star. But I own that car for a different reason. That's not a driving car at all. I mean, if you get that car to drive, you must suck at driving, because that's not what it's about.
Literally, it's like driving a houseboat.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And this car, it's what these E30s are about. I mean, it is the quintessential driving car, and they are not meant to be had with 2 pedals on the floor.
No, you gotta have a manual.
You gotta have a stick shift in this car.
A manual.
I mean, there's absolutely no reason to have anything but a standard shift. And just with it, it is absolutely amazing. And I can't imagine, you know, the 325i's had that straight 6, and when they came out with the M3 in this series, that was a 4-cylinder. Yeah. That blows my mind. mind how this 2.5 straight six is so good, and yet they could get so much out of a 4-cylinder. And their motorcycles too, they are incredible. You barely just go around the corner and you're just kind of thinking about the turn. It's the same with this car. You just kind of think about the turn, and it makes it.
It just does it. It's the ultimate driving machine. It actually is.
Yeah, it actually is the ultimate driving machine. And everything in this car after, how many years? Almost 30 years. I mean, everything is so well put together, and everything is still asking. Think about it, what we just said. We went up to Minnesota to get this car after it sat in the barn.
Yep.
Started
There
it up.
wasn't even a battery in it. We just popped a battery in, started right up. It was buried in ice so far that we had to push it out because it was literally, the rear tires were buried in ice.
And then we took it that morning. We took it, muddied and all, took it in town to go run a couple of errands. The video that we did with the top down, that was probably, what, an hour after we took it out of the barn, if that?
Yep, ran like a champ.
And drove this little car better part of a day, all the way from Minnesota down south. And
not one hiccup.
not one hiccup.
And these are the cars that Mobil 1 used to say their oil could go 1,000,000 miles.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that has anything to do with the oil. They just picked the right car.
Yeah, they really did pick the right car. I mean, they just go forever and ever and ever and ever.
Ever and ever and ever. And they're so solid. This has, I think, 200,000 miles on it, and no rattles, no clanks.
If you see me shaking, by the way, that's not the car on the road.
It's cold.
It's cold.
It's really cold.
Again,
and if I'm shaking, it's because I've been holding this camera up for 8 minutes straight, and that is a arm workout. So, yes. No, that disrupts the video. Yeah, can't do that. So, that is our impressions of the BMW e30, made in the 80s, a little bit into the 90s. So, use them, love them, enjoy them. That's the e30, that's what it was meant for. Use it for what it was for. So, if you like this video, please like and share. We look forward to seeing you in the next car.